It may be the dog days of summer when people typically take vacation, lounge by the pool, chill out, but media companies are bigger and busier than ever. Disney, 21st Century Fox, Tribune, Sinclair. Where is it all going? Charlie Gasparino here with the scoop on all the media merger mayhem of August.
I think this week could be an interesting week. Not saying it's definitely going to happen. Let's start off with, I think there'll be two major deals that we could see some daylight on them, where they're going. Okay, first one, I think this one is more definitive. Tribune, Sinclair. We're going to find out this week whether Tribune, as we first reported, they're considering dropping out of this deal, whether they in fact do so. And a lot of people think it'll come after Thursday when the deal, apparently the merger agreement runs out Thursday. They'll do it after that. They'll announce that they're out. That's what a lot of people are talking about. Tribune has no comment. Sinclair has no comment. But with the FCC ruling, you know, this is going to be a long, slow process if they think.
They're trying to put together a more conservative media group.
Now, if you think about it, the FCC has basically come out and said the deal is a no-go. They don't like it. They don't like the divestiture conditions that Sinclair put out. It has to go before an administrative court judge. This could take years. So the thinking is that Tribune, in Sinclair's attempt to put together this conservative network that's going to rival Fox, that Tribune could bow out of this, and we could see something on that this week. Look around Thursday or Friday or something like that. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but a lot of people think that this is the only way to go. The second thing is whether 21st Century Fox, the parent company of Fox News, does indeed this week start the process of getting into a bidding war with Comcast over Sky. Remember, Fox puts in the bid for Sky to buy all of it.
Sky is the European the UK broadcasting company.
That's going to be transferred to Disney after the Disney Fox deal is done. Comcast came in and put another bid in, a higher bid. The question is, does Fox do another bid? Do they come back and try to bid higher?
What's your guess?
And you know, I hate guessing about the company I work for. Because if you get it wrong, like certain people do notice, right? This is like something you get in, you know, people start thinking, hey, you got the Fox thing wrong. Right? So I think they do. I think they will. Now, when they do it is a whole other issue. There's really, I think they have to have a filing that comes soon. And within that filing, they have to file, I think, maybe this week or next week. After that filing, they have like 45 days to do another bid. So we'll get some, I think we'll get some daylight this week as what they plan to do. If they make this certain filing, it's an indication that they're going to bid higher and that they're going to go for this deal. I've heard this. I don't know how it works. I'm not a banker, but some people I talk to say, and you could see this in some of the press, Disney might come in and try to bid for it as well, since they're going to buy it ultimately, you know, kind of complicating what's going on here. So Fox doesn't make the bid and transfer it to Disney. Disney makes the bid itself. So that's a possibility as well. So we're going to get some, I think, daylight on this week, next week. We'll figure it out. The Tribune-Sinclair deal is big. If Sinclair does drop out, I mean, this is a big thing for...
I got some AT&T news for you that you can react to in real time.
Okay.
This just breaking. Judge Richard Leone, who allowed the deal for AT&T to buy Time Warner to go through, he was the one who ruled that in June. Well, now the Justice Department's arguments have come in brief and have been filed with the D.C. Appeals Court. Again, they don't like the merger, right? So let me just see. The Department of Justice continuing to challenge the transaction after AT&T has already completed it, Charlie.
Well, we knew that. Okay, this was mostly known. I think what you're seeing now is the argument on appeal, why they're appealing it, and I think that's something you got to.
The arguments have come in brief. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here it is. Okay, sorry. They are arguing that the judge ignored. Oh, this is really specific. Economics and common sense. That's the best they've got?
Well, you know, we'll see. Here's where they have a shot. And Malcolm Delaram is not a stupid guy. He's the head of the antitrust division. They have a shot if they go before the D.C. Circuit Court and they don't get judges like Judge Leone, who's more of a conservative established Republican judge who's more in favor of mergers. They're going to go before more consumerist, consumer-oriented judges who don't like these big combinations, believe these big combinations of companies can allow companies to act in a monopolistic way. We should point out that some of those judges that they're hoping to get before, this is the Trump administration.
Well, look at the intraday picture here. The stock is plummeting.
It's going down. It's plummeting point.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an overstatement. It's down 0.5%.
Okay, so and the market's really not up that much today. But anyway, yeah, I mean, listen, this shows you the Justice Department is real. They're still going to challenge the deal, and maybe it's filtering into the markets that the D.C. Circuit Court is a place where the government can win here. Mm-hmm. If you get it's a panel of judges, right? Say you get 2 judges that are appointed by Obama or more consumerist. Well, guess what? They can vote in favor of the government, and this deal faces yet another roadblock. Then it goes, guess what? It goes to the Supreme Court, where Randall Stephenson said he would take it.
But here's what they are saying, just to be clear, because that says it files an appeal. It should be the actual argument in brief.
They filed the appeal already. These are the arguments.
It should say in brief. They file the argument, and their argument is the Judge Leone ignored economics and common sense in allowing AT&T to merge with Time Warner. And so we'll be watching this one. But the stock is reversing a bit, and it is losing the gains that it had.